about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Around Bay friends, it's Charles here, and today I'm going to talk about G.I. Joe number 318. This book always surprises me. As you know, there are two runs going via Image/Skybound. We have G.I. Joe Real American Hero, which is we're on 318 of right now, the long running series since I believe 84. And then you have the brand new G.I. Joe, which is part of the combined Energon universe, which includes G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, and Transformers. Sometimes I feel like when I read these G.I. Joe books, that a lot of it is a lot like the cartoon, a very elaborate commercial for toys. But that is not the case at all. There's some deep writing, some long-term planning that goes into these books, and a lot of plots going on right now. Usually in a comic book that you're going to get monthly, you will have an A, B, and maybe a C plot. But in this book, we have a team here at the G.I. Joe headquarters where we meet a new G.I. Joe character, at least to me, called Black Hat, who is presumably a hacker, computer expert of some sort, that is running operations from the pit Cobra Command Center. We have a team of ninjas who have gone undercover into Cobra's Springfield base facility. We have another wetsuit and another group of G.I. Joes who are infiltrating Cobra Island to find out what's going on there with Serpenticon and Cobra's doings there. And then we have yet another plot point of the storyline between Destro, Cobra Commander, and Baroness. A little background on that one, which is the most intriguing to me right now, is toward the end of the Biggs battle in Springfield on the Cobra base. Baroness ended up getting shot and nearly died, and that forced the G.I. Joes, the Dreadnoughts, and even Destro to put their past grievances aside in order to get Cobra Commander. And we're currently past the Battle of Springfield. This is a fresh new arc that we have going on here, and Destro has been keeping Cobra Commander pretty much prisoner in his estate in Scotland. And we have, we hear whispers of Cobra Commander's loyal soldiers. They've implanted escape kits with him. So his glasses, they have thermite and some kind of detonation device. His shoes, they have matches and some, they've implanted things in his wardrobe that he can keep with him surreptitiously to use to escape. And toward the end of the book, he actually does that. He escapes the Destro's castle, and he is off to the Scottish roadside to hopefully escape, and he gets picked up by a local and kind of takes him at gunpoint to his extradition. And so it appears that he has escaped Baroness and Destro, but then you see them watching the whole thing from a balcony, apparently knowing what he had planned, and they even set up the farmer that would pick him up, and they have implanted some kind of switch, some kind of device in Cobra Commander's brain. So we're going to find out how that comes into play. And it is a lot to keep up with. One big complaint that I have with a lot of comic books that are currently going on right now is you don't feel like you get a lot of story for your dollar sometimes. And, with this being a $3.99 book, you're buying that monthly. You want to get some value out of that. And I can say that with the G.I. Joe Real American Hero series, You're going to get a lot of story, you're going to get a lot of angles, and a lot of characters. And so I really appreciate that about this series. So check it out at your local comic book store if you are a fan of G.I. Joe. And I will see you next time. Until then, keep reading books. I'm out.